Awesome. So again, it's a 2v2 format that's going to be going down. Again, it's a best of 3. It's going to be no repeat leaders. There is a ban rule in effect, so each side does get to ban a leader that neither side can end up using. So in this instance, each side has chosen Forge and Vortis, so we will not see those leaders inside of this tournament. I mean, inside of this series today. So those are the tournament rules. Again, I'll run down those as soon as this round ends. But again, this is a best of 3. Map 1 is going to be Bedrock. Again, it's Cars and Mighty Hooks versus Super Skid and Chewbacca. Bear with me, guys. I haven't played this game in quite some time. But we're going to try to keep up with things as usual. Again, it's the best 3 going down here. A little excited to see this gameplay. And it looks like Cars and Mighty Hooks are opting for Arbiter and Cansano. Super Squid's going to opt in for Cansano, and Chewbacca's going to go for Yap Yap. Again, there's no repeats. And let's check out what Cars and Cameras is going on here. Again, he's Arbiter and Cansano. Power's on the right side of Cars and Cameras here. Also, a lot of power in the center of the map. We'll check out how this happens here. Looks like Chewbacca's going to end up opting in for Yap Yap. Yap Yap's going to try to grab a lot of these minis. Bedrock's a very precarious map because it does have a lot of minis on the map. So Chewbacca's going to open up Cannon Fodder Supply. Cansano for Super Squid's going to end up opening a double supply pad and a Jackrabbit. Curious to see where this Jackrabbit's going to go. Probably going to try to secure the yellow in the center there. We've got the Arbiter. Has not challenged for the yellow on the right-hand side. Either player has there. Just looks like they're kind of focused on getting their minis. And Chewbacca's already stolen Mighty Hooks' mini on this side. Mighty Hooks going to double back and try to secure his 2 back minis there. But Yap Yap already 2 minis up. Cars and Cameras still has also stolen a mini on the Cansano side for red. Again, neither team is really focused on this yellow here. It looks like they're kind of getting their natural ones move it in the center here. That's already secured. Light blue's going to overextend a little bit here. It's going to be able to secure yellow's
Mini base
gas
complete.
there because it's Yap Yap. His fodder's going to take forever to take that. We haven't seen the mine go down just quite yet. Arbiter's going to find out that this yellow has not been taken. Curious to see what we're going to open up here. Let's take a look at red and yellow here. Kind of a late build here. 4th pad going down, fodder, since that's due to him having double mini bases, and Iraq's already going down on that forward yellow. Take a look at red here on his 5th pad, already secured the double mini and the back mini here. So he's going to have to be put Iraq's down, and Cars and Cameras already has not even taken his mini on his side. No double mini taken forward blue, but Iraq's is going down. A lot of aggression is going to be pressed on Cars and Cameras versus Super Squid on this side. Jackrabbit's going to be forced to come home here. Cars and Cameras with the scout. Looks like yellow and red are having a little bit of a time here. Maybe some miscommunication. As we can see, that is locked there for Chewbacca. Definitely a little bit of cheese is going to be happening there for Chewbacca. Let's check that out. I'm just very curious to see what Cars and Cameras going to do. He uses a lot of aggression here. He's going to try to pump as many units as possible, and that's the difference between 1s and 2s. It's a little bit less of a macro. It's a lot of population early. Definitely some T1 that's going to be happening there. And as you can see, yellow's kind of freaking out here. It looks like he wanted to overextend. He's got this Rax locked here. Some units to be able to push on to light blue there. But he's not going to be able to because red is screaming for help because Cars and Cameras is here putting on the pressure. Got a couple enforcers on in the field. He's going to stun some couple of units there. He's going to prioritize the generator that's barely being upgraded here. Mine's coming down from yellow to try to help out. Dark blue, Cars and Cameras is going to notice that. He's just going to move on over, and he's going to be able to get this gen here. A couple of flamer hell drops inside of there. A couple of rabbits on the field. The Super Squid's gen is gone just like that. The damage that Cars and Cameras has wanted to do is already done, setting this team back that much farther. 3 minutes and 30 seconds in already. Down a generator. A lot of pressure coming out of dark blue. Yellow's going to try to rally. The light blue is already going to press back in onto yellow here. So yellow's got to fight his own battle of rabbits going down. Mighty's got 2 minis out in the background on his respective side. These rabbits are not upgraded, but Mighty is Cansano. Do you see that heat of battle kicking in there? Every time he kills a unit, it's going to add that much more damage here. He's great micro focusing the choppers here. Support drone is now on the line. Again, he is triple pumping Rabbits here picking on the Yap Yap, who took really early minis. And again, like I said, you want to populate in that T1 when playing as teams, a little less micro. And Mighty's going to get that gen. Both players on red and yellow have lost their gens. T1 here. And Mighty's doing a great job putting on the pressure here. Yap Yap has nothing to respond with. We're going to see those couple of units here going to finally be unlocked. But there's only two Grunt Riders here for base damage. Mighty's going to have to come home. He did the damage he wanted done. Again, red and yellow have both lost. Gar's back here with the pressure as his mines are back online. He did forget about those mines. He's going to sit on top of those. Red trying to get some Jackrabbits and some keep his Flamers on alive here. But Dark Blue still putting on the pressure. Again, yellow has now taken Admiration, aka Mighty Hoax's gen as well. So kind of a fair trade there on both sides. But it's still, again, yellow and red are down generators T1 here. Yap Yap did overextend there. Powers Extractor is online there. Chewbacca cannot upgrade this generator yet. He's waiting for that power to be upgraded. Cars and Cameras doing a lot of damage to red here. Looks like he's taking no, didn't take another pad. Red's gonna set down another generator with not a lot of population. Super Squid's got 21 population versus Cars and Cameras 32.
Leader point earned.
Another point's going to come down here. That's going to be third point for both teams. And Mighty's back on the rebound here. He should kind of focus on clearing. That's not this many, but it looks like maybe some teamwork. A call out has been made. Wow. And yellow's got another. Oh, this is. Oh, yellow's got a generator in the center here. And that is going to be in dire need of defense. Yellow grabbing some NGs now. Still got fodder on the field. We don't see any heavy grunts yet. Just a chopper and some fodder along with some NGs. Double mine goes down there. We haven't seen the turret because third point is going to be very expensive for Yap Yap there. Haven't seen the turret come down, and red's already given up, and it looks like that is going to be the end of game number 1 there. Mighty in Cars doing a fantastic job, doing a lot of pressure. Cars and Cameras overextending, grabbing that midding, and being able to take out red's base there. Great game, round 1. Looks like red and yellow were a little shaky there. Looks like they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do. Yap Yap did take those 2 early minis, but he was pressed on. Game number 2 here. Super Squid and Chewbacca have to win this series. A very, very strong combo. Trox and Jerome, 2 very beefy leaders, but that's going to be paired up against a Trox and Serina. Again, there's 1 ban per team. We saw Forge and Vortis were banned, so we will not see that in this series, and there is no repeats as you've seen so far. We're not going to see any repeated leaders, but this is definitely going to be some aggressive T1 gameplay here, and I'm very curious to see how the Serina is going to hold up against these double leaders that are going to come out of Super Squid and Chewbacca. We're probably going to see a lot of these players going to go T1, and you want to see a lot of these players try to secure the yellow here. So let's take a look at Mighty Hoax as he opens up. Supply pad, generator second. Spawns on the right-hand side, so he's going to have a hard time grabbing this yellow, as red does going to open up a chopper, and that's going to be the Atriox for Super Squid there. And we do see a grunt opening coming out of Cars and Cameron, and Gen first definitely wants to get that leader out. As we see the center minis have been taken already. Nobody wants to take a risk. Each side has taken its respective side. The biggest issues are going to be these yellow power bundles on the side here. And again, I'm expecting this chopper to kind of soar off to the side here to try to deny the deny the yellow on this side. Jerome's going to be able to get his power. Not going to have any trouble trying to get his leader out, because that is a lot of yellow that's off to the side there. Here's to see what's going to go down in the center here. Again, Admiration. I want to opt in for that leader. Just curious to see. And look at this already. Cars and Camera opting in for that War Council third. I'm curious to see when Mighty's going to get his leader. It's probably going to be a fit there. He's going to take a node and rally in the center here. We've seen a barracks come down for Mighty. And we haven't seen anything coming out of red yet. That's going to be a Gen 3rd build coming out of Super Squid. And that red has not secured his yellow in the front there. It looks like he was a little hyper-focused on trying to deny the yellow on that side. And his build order is going to be really off here, and it's going to be a leader 5th build coming out of Super Squid. Curious is waiting for Chewbacca to get his everything lined up.
Supply pad constructed.
Again, we're going to see a lot of T1 gameplay here. And it looks like Mighty's not going to opt in for that leader immediately, actually. We're actually going to see a barracks coming out of Jerome. Flamer's already out. And it looks like we're going to see some aggression coming out T1 here as they distract. And that war council's barely coming down. 16 seconds out, but there's a Flamer and some grunts pushing on over here. Going to keep red and yellow on the respective sides. Very interesting gameplay coming out of here. It's not as cliche. And look at that. Immediately he already knows he's going to lose that leader. Suicide grunts being pumped already. But Serina is going to come. Oh, I thought he was Jerome. I'm sorry. The Jerome is for yellow here. Jerome should be out to defend this. But I forgot how to do with Serina, and that cheesy kind of gameplay is going to come out of Serina. They're going to try to push over and extend here, kind of slow Trox's build. And Trox is here because that was a council third. This is a very powerful unit, and he needs to be countered by a lot of units to be able to help stop him. So again, this eco is going to be slowed and frozen here. The Trox on Super Squid side has not been opted in to be utilized, but Trox is already upgraded here. And it's going to be challenging T1. Yellow trying their best to pump Sui's and some counter units, but Trox is going to be vetted up here pretty soon. The turret does need to go down. We've not seen that coming out of Super Squid, and Mighty is just pumping cryo troopers for his life. Second point has been sent as we see that aura coming on in. And Trox is just laying down the law here. He's going to pick off some of these scouts. He's going to do a lot of damage here, and that is a force to be reckoned with that one unit there. Takes a lot of snipers, takes a lot of choppers, or a leader stun, leader power combo to be able to try to eliminate that unit. Mighty doing a great job here. He's slowing down a lot of the blue here for Super Squid. Choppers are still coming on in. Suicides are coming on in. As we can see, Super Squid has no more units. He is in knee deep here. Jerome is finally here to try to challenge. We see the Mantis drop come down. We haven't seen the mines there, but Trox is going to drop his own mines here on defense. And Mighty's actually going to challenge that as well. Jerome's going to counter with mines as well. The Mantis is sitting on it. It's going to take a lot of that damage. Trox's shield is coming down low, but Mighty is here to slow the leader down, slow everything down, and Trox doing his job, doing a lot of damage in the background here. And that Jerome is in peril. He's got to get out of there. He loses that unit. This is going to be wrapped up and done. Super Squid still trying to pump units off in the background off that raid camp, but this is an amazing build coming out of Mighty and Cars and Camera. We saw a Council Third coming out of Trox, and then some nice cheese coming out of Serina. Mighty still worried about this. Trox could easily clean that up. And the Trox's shield is low. He's finally seeing those countermeasure brutes soar on in. A second point was spent on that for him. Mighty Hoax is over here slowing the eco down. Finally picked off the Mantis and leader. Choppers are coming in very, very slowly because Super Squid's eco, if you look in the bottom right, is just hurting. That blue has not been coming in for quite some time, and now they are focusing the power. And Super Squid has lost everything there, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up there. Jerome is back on out, but we are 5 minutes too late to try to defend this. And that's going to wrap up that series there. Oh, Blissified, did you sub, bro? Thanks for the sub. I think you subbed. I don't know. Unless you unlocked it. Amazing gameplay coming out of Mighty. They're definitely in sync here. And that's going to wrap up that series there. Super Squid already left the lobby. Finally seeing yellow. Chewbacca is holding on tight here. Thinks he can push on back on in. But that's just amazing gameplay. Very early aggression. We saw a Council Third coming out of Trox, which is going to slow his eco a lot. But that's not going to be a problem because Mighty's eco is amazing to populate with units and let Trox kind of catch on up. Trox did a lot of damage there. He's going to eliminate a lot of units. He's definitely a force to reckon with. So you can see the Trox was doing all the damage to all the units while Mighty was hurting the eco. And together they double teamed the Jerome, which is kind of late there. Thank you for the follow, Super Squid. But we are going to go ahead and call that game. And that's going to be over there. And that series is going to be done and over with just like that.